Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, at a time that even a country like Saudi Arabia is being forced into the 20th century, with them now having to reform their laws to set a minimum bar of 18 years as the marriage age, as the age of consent to marriage. So all these ideas of marrying little girls is now being phased out in Saudi Arabia. In Nigeria, of course, we always go in the opposite direction. So with that guys, I bring you this. Gandule bans opposite sexes from boarding same tricycles. So this is now what passes as development in the northern part of Nigeria. So that's the headline. Gandule bans opposite sexes from boarding same tricycles. So now let's find out now what manner of mischief the dollar-loving governor of Kano State is up to this time around. Kano State government has banned persons of opposite genders from boarding the same commercial tricycle across the state. The directive will take effect from January 2020, so effectively next week, a Kano State official said on Wednesday at the closing ceremony of the 77th Annual Islamic Vacation Course (IVC), organized by Zone A of Muslim Society of Nigeria, held at Adebayero University, Kano. The Commander General of Hizbah Board, so Hizbah is the local religious, I wouldn't say police, but yeah, it's sort of like a policing system, but it's based around religion, which is quite popular in the northern parts of the country. So they call them the Hizbahs. So the Commander General of Hizbah Board, Huran Ibn Sina, representing the state governor, said the state is committed to upholding Islamic values. Commercial tricycles, popularly known as Adaidaita Sahu in Kano, were introduced by a former governor of the state, Ibrahim Shakarau, as a means of transportation for women only. This was after Shakarau's government banned commercial motorcycles from conveying women. But since Shakarau's exit as governor, tricycles have been carrying both sexes. So now this is now something that is particularly peculiar to that part of Nigeria, and they have their own interpretation, of course, of their religion, and that interpretation is not necessarily in conformity with the dictates and the dictions or the sayings and the prescriptions of that religion, because they intermix it with their political agenda, their cultural ways, and then lump it all together to then present it as a religious bent, as a religious leaning and a religious doctrine. So this is sort of like a control thing again that goes on in that region, because of course in that region the women are completely subjugated. They are second-class human beings, and they don't really have any function apart from rearing children and making food. The president himself said from that region, the Fulani president, Malam Borali, he himself said that his wife belongs to the other room. So we all know the narrative of the northern region, and here it is playing out again, when even where their religion comes from, Saudi Arabia, is moving into the 20th century, they're regressing further and further back towards the 18th century. So this is now the converse projection, that is the peculiarly Nigerian thing, that people will be going in one direction and we will be heading in the opposite direction, because we have a funny way of doing things in our own part of the world. And I wouldn't even say it's an African thing, it's a peculiarly Nigerian thing that we are that way. And here is another example of it. Conversations in the comment section: men and women are not allowed to be on the same tricycle in Kano State. This is now the latest pronouncement from the dollar-loving governor of the state. I wonder what his policy is on bribery and corruption. I wonder what his religion says on that. He has not told us that yet, but he's now giving us directives on men and women not sharing a tricycle to convey them from point A to point B. So come share thoughts about all this with me in the comments. Can you just imagine for a moment, let's just pause for a moment. Can you imagine that you're in New York and you cannot share a cab with a woman because she is female, or she cannot share a cab with you because you are male. What risk is there that is likely to take place? Are you going to jump on her in the cab, or is she going to jump on you? What is being prevented by two people of different genders entering the same commercial vehicle to convey them from where they are to where they're intending to go? I mean, I don't really get the logic of this, and I'm not really sure that I understand any reasoning behind this, or even think there is reasoning behind this. But if you understand it, and you can understand the logical reasoning of this sort of approach, then please come tell me all about it in the comment section. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.